connections, followers, sales. There's so many different ways that we can talk about how do you interact with different customers? How do you get seen? How do you know what to do? Today is all about what I've learned on TikTok and how to get started. As a Scentsy consultant, we cannot have a shop on TikTok, which is understandable because of the way the platform is set up. But I have taken the last 2, 3 months to figure out what is the way to work TikTok. Like, how do you get interactions? How do you get followers? What's the best way to get them? What are the tactics along with what actually works? There's so many things I've kind of dived into beforehand. I did research because I always like to look stuff up. But I realized after I was researching and researching and researching that I was delaying what I needed to do, and that was actually get on the app. So when I started getting on the app back in October, well, September, a little bit of August, like a little bit of August, September, I started to be more consistent with it. I was trying to hit on there like once or twice a week. And then like October, I was all in. October, November, December, and now into 2025. Guys, it is a different type of platform. So most of you have found me or seen me on Facebook. That is where my jam's at, like, that's where I was at, and I was building up my business. I started in 2020 with my Scentsy business, and I grew from there. And it was easy because it was all online. There wasn't any face-to-face. There wasn't anything. Everything was shut down. It was so easy to start a business on 2020 on Facebook or any one of the social media platforms. I connected my Facebook to Instagram. It was great because I didn't really have to worry about Instagram. All I was doing is connecting my Facebook to Instagram. But I was, like, losing momentum. I was losing the connections with my customers because there was so many things that the platform was blocking me from doing. I would have Facebook parties, I would have Facebook groups, and my content was not getting out there. And I was very frustrated. So I decided that I wanted to give TikTok a try. And honestly, it was more or less a personal thing because my daughter was moving out. So I was becoming an empty nester. And she, actually, both my daughters were more on TikTok than they were on Facebook or Instagram. I wanted to learn the platform that my kids were on. I wanted to be able to send them reels and or videos, and I wanted to be able to interact and see what they were posting and try posting myself. Something a little bit different. I started with a whole bunch of Scentsy content back whenever I downloaded the app in 2020, but it never went anywhere because I didn't have an intention. I was just posting, praying, and leaving. And that was it. Like, I expected people to just come at me and be like, "I wanna be your friend. I wanna follow you. I want to know everything about you, and I wanna buy from you." That was my I guess that was my thought process. I could post a video, it would go viral. Like, everybody was going viral on TikTok, and I figured that's just what it was. My videos were, like, anywhere between 30 seconds to 5 minutes long, 6 minutes long. I mean, sometimes I would upload a long video, and it was what I thought I needed to do. Now, since I've started learning the things from TikTok, I'm going to kind of break it down. So, as a Scentsy consultant, I don't have on there like my persona, my me going on there is not about selling Scentsy at all. So, let me first tell you, if you have me on your TikTok or you find me on TikTok, know that this is not a Scentsy platform for me. This is I needed to get to know who I was. My children are no longer at home. I'm no longer mom on a 24/7. So what am I? Who am I? What do I like? What I have no hobbies. People ask me, since it's always been my life. It's been everything that I've changed my entire life around Scentsy. But with my kids being gone, I no longer had just Scentsy. Had a big gap of like, what else am I other than a Scentsy consultant? So as I started that journey, I learned so much and I have changed my perspective a lot on the social media platforms. So for TikTok, um, I you need to find like your unique voice. This is not a platform that you can come on there. Now, I say this. There are people that can do this all day long. As a person of my stature in the Cincy world and as the amount of customers that I have and the amount of PRV that I get every single month, income disclosure will be added to this. Just know that I did not want this to be all about Cincy because I wanted to be more than just a Cincy consultant. So when I got on there, I had to figure out what my voice was. So I kind of broke down who I was. I just went back to school full time. So I'm a non-traditional student. My kids have gone away to college or have moved out, so I'm now an empty nester. I'm also a recovering alcoholic. So those were the three things that I started with because those were defining points in my life that were something I could talk about. It's a defining point to decide to go back to school and take your education back in your own hands. The next part was that my children were all gone. There's no children in the house. So if I wanted to do whatever I wanted to do, I didn't have to check to see if they needed a ride or, what programs or things I needed to attend to. It was just me and my husband. And then as a recovering alcoholic, I'll be hitting my 4 years in May. It was something that I wanted to talk about, but I didn't really talk about it on the Facebook platform or IG or Instagram. There's a whole bunch of rules on TikTok, so I may abbreviate a lot of these because there are some trigger words on there, and I can kind of go over that in a little bit. But you need to find your unique voice. What is it about you that's not Scentsy that you are? Are you a dog mom? Are you a cat mom? I mean, I have my cat. So I do post about my cat because everybody loves cat videos. Everybody loves dog videos. Everybody loves kids videos. But there are guidelines to go across and they are very strict, very, very strict on what they do and what they allow. So understand that my preconception of what TikTok was is something that's totally changed. So I don't really remember what I thought it was. I just thought it was stupid. Honestly, my flat out opinion, I thought it was so stupid. Why did people sit there and watch videos all day long? There is the reason why they call it the TikTok black hole. Because if you're not intentional, you will get stuck. So this is just a warning, guys. Do not get stuck in here and waste your time if you're not doing something intentional. As I went through and I was learning more about posting videos and watching videos, I just started following a whole bunch of people because I'm like, ooh, I really like their stuff. I'm following them. Oh, yeah, yeah. And then I would come across their stuff later and I was like, why am I watching this? They have one really good video, but it wasn't really like their other videos didn't make any sense. Or maybe I had to go back and I had to follow them. So your taste of videos, the stuff that you like, the stuff that when you start following a creator, if you share them, those are things that TikTok actually puts into their algorithm and pushes more things that are similar. So when you're finding your unique voice, just know that you want to find something that is a more popular trend. Probably there are things that I could come up with some suggestions, but someone's going to prove me wrong, but I'm just going to say them anyways. Something like watching paint dry. There may be a niche of people out there that love to watch paint dry. Now, there's a lot of people that like watching all of the landscaping whenever they are mowing and edging and cleaning up these yards. Guys, that's huge. 'Cause I was going to say mowing, but mowing's a big thing on there. Then there's the court stuff. There's a lot of court stuff. There's the being stopped by the police and then having, like First Amendment audits and things like that. And I love watching those and the court dramas of, baby daddy drama and all that stuff because I've lived it. That's a whole other story. But those are the things that I was watching. So those are the things that they kept shooting out at me. Like I kept getting more videos because I would like them. I would share them. If I found a really great cat video, I would send it over to Lisa because Mrs. Waxy Cat loves some cat videos. And so every time I shared it, they were like, "Ooh, she likes cat videos," and would send me more. So when you're thinking about your unique voice, find something that pertains to you. And if you're not sure, search it. If you are someone who does painting or someone who does the diamond art, someone who does crocheting or knitting, search it and look at the creators who have videos and how many views are on there. So, bottom line on TikTok is you want views. Views and interactions. It doesn't really matter how many followers you have because you could have 10,000 followers, but if nobody is watching your video or liking your video or sharing your video, then they're not they're not your people. So that's why the whole just follow for follow. So just like finding people to follow and hoping they'll follow you back or sending them a message, that kind of thing. I think I'm probably getting a little bit ahead of myself. So let me break it down. Finding your voice. So find something that is authentic to you. That means what are you passionate about? What do you like to do? What do you think would be interesting to other people? Find those people, see what they're doing. Second, you want to connect with others. So in that genres, in those niches, You can find like I've been able to find other empty nesters. I watch their videos. And I'm like, ooh, I like that, but I could change it to fit me, just like we do on the other videos, right? On Facebook, Scentsy consultants on posts, on still pictures and like words. Can we already do that, guys? It's basically the same thing, but you're recording videos. And I'm gonna get to the videos here in a minute. And then after you've connected to them, you gotta do the things. That means when you see a video of theirs and you like it, don't just be like, "Oh, that was great," and scroll past it. Now, I'm not gonna tell you, there's a whole bunch of videos on there that says, "Engage from the bottom up, engage from the top down, engage and share and put 5 comments or 10 comments or 15 comments," or whatever. That's just all crap. It really is. It's just about the engagement. So, be authentic. Like, if you really liked it, then comment on it so that the creator knows that you loved it. Like, "Oh my gosh, I loved it. Oh, it spoke to me." And then, like, why? Like, why did it speak to you? That's just kind of the whole thing. I just loved watching it. It was a beautiful video. Share it or repost it. So there's sharing individually. So if I wanted to send something to Lisa, Robin, and Jackie, then I could share it in our group and I could send it to them. So that way that's a share. But there's a way to repost it. Now, when you repost things, those videos that get reposted, not only are they already being seen by their followers and the people on the FYP, which is for you page, they are now being shared with your people. And if they interact with it, then some people that you like your video being found, that reshare, that repost is being found on the FYP, the For You page, that more people will start to see that you like the same things they like. So they may check you out. Okay. Are you following me at all? I hope this is making sense. And if not, just know there is a total point to all of this. And I promise you, we'll have more videos like this. So engaging with the post and sharing to connect. Now, once you start doing that, that is great. But when they go to your page, your profile, your business card, what are they going to see? Now, again, I told you that my page is not about Scentsy Consultant. It is not about Scentsy. But do I have it on there? Yes. I use beacons, which is very much like the link tree. Any one of those one links that has a whole bunch of stuff that can connect you to it. You can also use the jot form app platform thing link. So you can attach multiple things. I've been using Beacon. It gives me updates. It sends me how many people click on it, how many people view it, and where they go. So I like it. Linktree I never really liked. Not against it, just wasn't my jam. I use Beacon, and it has all my information. So it has my stuff about Scentsy. It has my Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I mean, it has well, they're already on my TikTok. They have all my platforms that I'm on. It has information. It does transfer. Like I can link whatever I want. So that is if they're really wanting to get to know me and they see this Beacon link, they might be like, "Well, what? Why is she showing her Beacon link?" Hmm. It's because I want them to connect with me on other platforms or maybe with other things like my Scentsy. But it's not about Scentsy. Again, over there, I am just trying to find me because I've lost me. With all the trainings, with all the focus on everybody else, on how to help everybody else or how to help my customers all the time, I've lost who I was. So again, I am going to reiterate this the whole time. So please just bear with me. TikTok is for me, but I want to share this information with most of the people who are following me here on YouTube, which are consultants or sometimes even my customers. So after you are following these people or you are finding these videos and you're resharing them, when people go to your page, they need to know who you are. So there is a bio. So you have a name, which is like your tagline, your handle. Okay. So you have a display name and then a handle. Well, I kept mine very simple on all of my platforms. It either says Kathy Bullinger or Cassandra Bullinger. That was it. Like all the way across the line, bink, bink, bink. All of it's the same. Why? Because it's easy for them to search for me and find me. I don't need to have a cutesy name or anything like that. I like keeping it basic, simple. Same thing for my website, for my Scentsy website. It just says Cassandra Bullinger. I really probably should have done Cassie Bullinger. I can't remember if I did or not, but anyways, side point. It's just for me, it's simple, it's simplistic. I can tell people how to find me. It's easy. They're all the same. You can do whatever you want. Your display name is what shows up. Your handle, the at sign, and then the rest of it, there's no spaces. You can still have whatever underscores, dashes, emojis that you would like. That bio is 80 characters. That bio is a lot. That bio can tell, like you can put different things on there. You can put, like, the no sign in a candle, be like, "No candles," and you could talk about your Scentsy stuff all the time if that's what you want. I did not want to do that because I needed to find me. Am I telling you not to do it? No. I would never tell you not to do it. I'd never tell you not to share your stuff, share your videos, share your stuff. All I'm telling you is the things that I've learned. And let me give you just a little bit of an example. Before I started on this journey, I had like 259 followers on TikTok. In November, I was at 1,326. As of today, this is January 6th of 2025, I have 1,873. So, in less than 6 months, I have gained almost 1,600 people, a little over 1,500. So, I may not know everything, but I know a little bit. So, just give me a little bit of time, and I promise that you'll at least find these tips helpful until you can find more tips and you start doing it yourself. So now that you've got your profile, you got your display name, your handle name, and your bio. 80 characters. Guys, ChatGPT will be your best friend to condense it down to be specific. Do not use I am a. Don't use I love to. Don't do that because you're taking up too many space, too many characters. Be simple, be to the point, and basically be as blunt as you can. So I believe mine says like um, granny, full-time student, recovering alcoholic, or maybe a sobriety. I think it's sobriety. I talk about how live, laugh, and connect, and then I'm a live host because I go live. That means I actually have a live platform. I turn it on. It's a video. It is real time. So I put that information in there. Use all 80 characters. Again, ChatGPT, you can ask it to add emojis. You can condense it down. Ask it for 80 characters. So as you're building that profile, you're going to have to start making content. What do you do with your content? Trust me, guys, I did not know. And I've used ChatGPT quite a bit. And these are the prompts that I use. So when I start a brand new thing with ChatGPT, I say TikTok video idea for. Now, what do I want to do topic wise? Do I want to do sobriety? Do I want to do full time student? Do I want to do empty nester? And I always say a 5 to 7 second video. Now, why is 5 to 7 seconds? The reason why is as you are learning this app and you're going through it and you are just kind of like scrolling through all these videos, what catches you? What are the things that people do that make you stop and watch your video? Would you sit and watch a 5 minute video? Not unless you were already invested, not if it was unless it was somebody you knew, not unless they really got you hooked and you are just trying to figure out. Like I will say the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing, I would watch those videos that were 5, 10 minutes long. Why? Because I wanted to know. I wanted to know what was going on. I was invested in the story. I was invested in how it unfolded. So remember that you are trying to get people to stop and watch your video, interact with you, and connect with you. So 5 to 7 second video. Now, with those videos, 5 to 7 seconds, you do not want to start being like, hi, I'm Cassie. And today I'm going to, guys, that's 7 seconds. Done. People have already passed. At the minute I was like this, you're taking that breath in, they're already gone because you haven't caught their attention. They're like, "Psh, whatever." And I still work on this. So when some of my videos, just know it takes a little bit of time. The videos should start instantaneously. You should be talking or moving, talking or moving, something to grab their attention. You got to think about it. If you were just sitting like this, hi, I want to talk to you today about your warranty. I mean, like that's how it feels on the other side. Get to the point. If you are not going to talk, maybe you are one that's not talking. You need to have something. You can do voiceover, or maybe if you don't want your face, you can do voiceover. Um, you can videotape your cat doing something. You can videotape watching outside and watching the grass and have some music behind it and have so there are things you can do if you don't want to show your face. There's things you can do if you don't want to talk. There are a lot of different effects. Learn these, play with them. Yes or no, up and down, like crop, split. There's a whole many things, and there's too much to do on video content for me just to, like, dump it in this video because I already feel I've been going so long. But yeah, that's beside me because I'm so used to doing 5 to 6 videos. But you want to learn how to edit in TikTok. Do not use your Facebook stuff, your videos, and try to move it to TikTok. Don't do that. I did that. Don't do that. Just don't do that because they can tell. There's a whole bunch of stuff, and I can tell you how to get around it, but it's very technical, and if you really wanna know, you just gotta tell me, and I will send you a message and tell you how to get past all that metadata, blah, blah, blah. And it talks about going into the files, and if you don't understand what I'm talking about, this is just kinda skip over this. But you want to make sure it's original content on TikTok. Now, can you move it from TikTok over to Facebook? Probably. There's gonna be things with watermarks, and anytime that you share on any social platform and it has a watermark, guess what, guys? You don't wanna use it on another platform. You don't even wanna reuse it on the original platform. So if it was a TikTok video that you downloaded, re-edited, and put it back up, it's got that watermark, it's pointless. Start over, start over. So after you are figuring out how to do the video content so people know who you are, you can do funny. You can be whoever you want. And guess what, guys? If you start doing something and you were all about crocheting, but then you're not feeling like you're getting the traction that you want. And trust me, guys, nobody's getting rich overnight. Nobody's getting rich overnight. This is not like an overnight success, like, oh my gosh, I got $1 million. Like that, this is not gonna happen. But slowly but surely, if you continue to do certain things, you can start to earn a little bit of money. I earned some money. Since it's not about Scentsy, I don't need to know if I need to say the income disclosure again. I did earn some money on TikTok. Was it about Scentsy? Nope, not at all. It was all about my full-time student stuff, going lives. There's a whole bunch of other reasons on why I've earned money from TikTok, but it has nothing to do with Scentsy. Just making sure that's clear. Um, but you can start to create a community. You can start to have some kind of connection. You can have people that will start to follow you and interact with you and want to know what you have to say or want to have a conversation with you. There are so many different things. I can't go into all the elements on TikTok, but this is just for beginners. Like, this is just get started. 5 to 2 videos, short and sweet. No ums, that's, huh, what, my name is. Do not say it, my name is, unless you are doing a Slim Shady song. Do not say, hi, I am Cassie Bollinger, and I'm here to talk to you about extending your car warranty because people don't care. They don't care. Short, simple, to the point, sweet. If you can't figure out what to say, ChatGPT. Easiest thing. And just say 5 to 7 second video. What should I say? What text needs to be on the screen? Because guys, learning to edit those videos and having either a sticker go up there, like even if it's just your um, closed captions that pulling up, music in the background, make sure is the volume, all that stuff. You'll learn a little bit more here and there and here and there. And then there's the other opportunity of going live. Now, guys, I decided to sign up with a live agency, and this is just for going lives. They allow, like, they help me. They talk about like what TikTok wants from live creators, what TikTok wants to do with live creators, all the ins and outs of the do's and the don'ts, and we have a lot of information, and so it's a lot to just talk about. But I did sign up with a live agency. Did it cost me anything? No, absolutely zero. They should never be charging you anything. The live agency will get paid off or like from TikTok off of the things you do, but it does not take away money from you. It does not take anything away from you. It does not charge you. Period. End of story. So if anybody does, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Message me, comment. I will let you know all the information. But I go live. And in the beginning, it was scary. It was fun. It was entertaining. It got scarier. I started getting trolls. I started getting people that were talking about how my hair is all crazy, blah, blah, blah. And the doorbell just rang. I can't even stop that. Here it is, but we're going to finish this up. There are things that I couldn't do, the things I couldn't say, things I couldn't stop because I was live and I didn't know how to interact with it. So do know that if you start going live, find someone that you know that can be a moderator, somebody who can mod for you and comment or hide or block the people that come in that will troll you, or learn to ignore them, skip over them, block them, and do it yourself. It takes some time, it takes some effort. So after you start going live and after you start learning how to do the different things, that is when you're going to start to grow. I get more follows after a live video than I do just on posting a video. So if you're wanting to build that connection and you're wanting people to follow you, then you want to make sure that you're doing it the right way. They need to know who they're following and why they're following you. So just remember that you need to be authentically you. You need to make sure that you are finding a voice that you can talk about, that you can find other creators that are doing it as well. And the reason why is because you got to know that it's popular enough that people are going to want to see it. Then you want to make sure that you are connecting with others. Guys, whenever you start doing a live, maybe if you're not sure about going live, watch other people go live. Learn how to be the consumer, the viewer, the watcher of how people interact in the room, how they send comments. What is the daily heart meet? What does that mean? How many points do you get from that? If you send gifts, how many extra points does that give to you as a viewer? And then like all the things, there's a gallery, there's a gift gallery. Learn it from the other side before you start being in front of the camera. And so that way you know what to ask or how to respond or how to think or how to be grateful and how to connect to people. I know this video is a little bit long. There's a lot of information, and I hope you got some out of this, guys, because I am Cassie Bullinger. This is 2025. This is something totally new I'm doing. It's just tips and stuff I've learned about different platforms, different things. Oops, and mostly about TikTok because that's where my focus is right now. Am I going to incorporate more of Scentsy? I do occasionally. It's more or less that someone asks me, "What's the stuff behind me?" Or somebody will be like, "Ooh, what do you do as a job if you're a full time student?" And I'm like, "I don't have a job. I have a blossoming business and blah blah blah." And I go on to this whole spiel. It's just kind of one of those things. But do I sell from my TikTok? No, I do not. Do I want to sell from TikTok? No, I do not. Because then there's the whole thing. Oh, send me an email. Oh, I need to get your information. Oh, blah, blah, blah. There's stuff on the website. It's information there. If they ask me about it, I'll be more than happy to answer it, but it's not something that I start with. But this is what I got for you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please make sure that you like, share, and comment below. Let me know. Do you want some more tips and tidbits about TikTok? Do you just want to, in general, about how to make connections, how to actually grow? Followers don't mean anything except for who, like how much, blah, 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 blah. Sorry, just kind of stumbling through. Followers don't matter unless you make it important. And honestly, I mean, I have a lot of followers, but I have over 600 and some odd views on a video. That for me, I have progressed from the 100, the 50, the 20 different views before. I've progressed. I'm learning more and more about it. I am intrigued by it. And no matter what happens with TikTok, I will be here until it's gone. That's just how it is. That's the same thing I say about Scentsy all the time. I'm going to be here until there's no more of happiness behind it. I love you all. I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope to see you guys soon.